We got the coffee. I wanted to actually just hop on here really quick in the morning. It's 7:40. I've been up for a little bit. That's why the hair is a little bit of a mess right now, but that's all good. I'm going to sip this and I want to talk to you guys about how I actually went through my transformation. I've kind of posted it around a little bit and people are asking about the secrets, right? And, I kind of want to go into what the actual process was that took me to where I got to be, which is absolutely amazing. And I'm blessed because my life is so much better now that the weight's gone down. But hope you guys you're still rocking with the background here. Remember, guys, Transitions is coming out soon. If you guys are interested in the self improvement book that I wrote based off of my transformation and how fitness affected my life, feel free to let me know below. But we also have some amazing free resources as well that will help you go through your transformation without any sort of diet or long, boring cardio session. So just feel free to comment below transform, and I'll send you over the free training, or you can comment transitions and I'll let you know about the book or just shoot me a message. But yeah, other than that, I just kind of want to share with you what I did to actually lose the weight and to keep it off, because most people are doing the whole weight loss thing wrong. And I was doing it wrong for a long time. When I was first starting out, it was all about, like, I was following Beachbody, if you know what that is, as far as nutrition goes, which is essentially like a different version of the ketogenic diet. It's essentially trying to keep your carbs low, no sugar, no bread. Those are the rules, right? And it's not that those things don't work on a sense that it doesn't help you lose weight, but the problem is that it's so overly restrictive that the process becomes incredibly unenjoyable. And it's like, why would you go through that if you don't have to, right? So I want to first share with you my one of my big mistakes here, guys. So my big mistake was, firstly, it was very unclear. I was kind of just trying to eat little. Like, I was just eating a low amount of food, and every single day the goal was to eat as low as possible. And what happens is, when you eat so low and your calories are so low, your body begins to adapt and it wants to burn lower and lower amount of calories every single day. So if you're trying to eat, for women, like 1100, 1200 calories, or for guys, you're trying to eat like 1700 calories. And I get it. You want the weight off, right? You don't want to feel fat anymore. You don't want to feel like crap about yourself. I mean, I get it. I understand what it's like to look in the mirror and be like, damn, what I do to myself. Like, I know what it's like to look on the scale and be like, oh my God, like, I can't believe that I let myself get to this point, and I need to get this gone. I need to lose this weight as fast as I can. And I can promise you right now, if you're thinking like that, you are on your way to a downfall. I was there too, so I understand. And all my clients are usually like that when I first meet them. So I get it. I get it. You want to get the weight off, but you got to be patient, guys. You got to be patient. You've got to be intelligent about this, right? So, what's the secret, right? Well, there is no secret. There's no secret, guys. There is none. First off, cheers, guys. I got my black coffee. I do intermittent fasting every single day. I don't eat my first meal until about like 1 p.m. I usually stop eating around like 10. Sometimes people say that's a little late, so it works for me, guys. There's no strict rules. Everything boils down to weight loss, eating in a consistent caloric deficit. Now, what does that mean, right? Let's look at this protein powder for a second. Okay. So this right here is calories. There's 100 calories. And you can look at calories essentially as energy. It's fuel. It's what we are putting into our body and using as energy. So body fat, the stuff on your stomach, the stuff if you have like man boobs, the stuff under your arms, the flab underneath your chin, it's body fat. And body fat is stored energy, right? So I want you guys to kind of understand this concept. So calories is energy. And body fat is stored energy. So what does that mean? Well, if you want to tap into that stored energy, you've got to consume less energy, right? So if I'm burning this amount of calories a day and I'm eating more, which is how we gain weight, well, then we're going to continue to store more energy, right? Because we have this excess amount of energy. So in order to tap into that energy, we need to bring this lower than how much our body burns. And that will then correlate to fat loss. But here's the problem. Because we're in such a rush to lose this weight, you wind up bringing this number way down here. So what happens is your metabolism is like, whoa, I got to try to survive. I got to try to preserve this body fat because I don't want to starve. I need to make sure if there's a famine that I'm good to go and I'm healthy, and it brings it down to here, right? So now you're burning less calories. So what do you try to do? You cut the calories lower. You cut the calories lower and lower and lower to the point where you're barely eating anything. You're not losing weight and you're starving. And if you can't manage to stick to those calories, then you wind up overeating or binge eating like I used to. You know, there was times where the kitchen would be my, it would just be empty out there, or even sometimes it would just be small, right? Like I just go out with my friends, have a little bit of extra food, find some candy laying around the house. So I go ahead and just grab myself a handful or whatever, right? Just like these little small things that is bringing my calorie intake up a little bit higher. And that's preventing me from the weight loss. So it became frustrating, right? So how do you beat this? How do you eat more food and lose more weight, right? Because when I was losing weight, I actually started eating more food. When I was doing the whole no carbs and I was just doing all this cardio and like random high intensity interval training, I was eating like 1,700 calories a day, right? And I lost 20 pounds, but I still had 30 pounds to lose. And I was stuck for 6 months. But then I started strength training, guys. There's no secret. I exercise every day and I'm very dedicated to this. But I'm also dedicated because I enjoy it. It's fun. Strength training is fun. It's awesome to see muscle grow on your body. It's awesome to see your body progress, and it's awesome to see you get stronger and stronger. And this is for my women too. Guys, you're not going to get bulky. You're not just going to become a bodybuilder overnight. You know, if you ever get to the point where you have too much muscle, just scale it back a little bit, right? So if you track your calories and you track your protein intake and you're regularly strength training, the amount of calories that you burn in a day is going to increase, which is going to put you in a winning scenario, because now you get to eat more food. And if you can eat more food and lose more weight, well, then you consistently win, right? Because now you're not trying to cut your calories lower, but you're increasing what you burn. And you don't need to add in more time, right? Because if you could take 30 minutes to do cardio, or you could do 30 minutes of strength training, and over the course of, let's say, like 3 months, the amount of calories that you burn in a day is going to increase because you're strength training, and that puts on muscle and that makes your metabolism faster. So now you're in a winning scenario. So when I was first learning about this and I started incorporating more strength training, more calorie tracking, I wound up losing 30 pounds, but my calorie intake every day went from 1,700 to 2,300. My calories went up 600 a day because I was strength training regularly, and I ended up losing fat and I got in great shape. And now what you could start thinking about is not only getting to your goal, but being able to maintain the goal, right? Because who cares if you lose 30 pounds in 2 months if you just gain it back and you're miserable and you don't feel good about yourself, right? And that also ties into the fact that when you're in the situation that you're in and you want to lose weight, there's an acceptance that comes with it. There's this feeling of like, okay, over my life, I've put myself into this situation where I'm overweight. And that's what it is. That's what happened. And unfortunately, the only thing I can do is start to change my behavior and change my habits, so that way a year from now, I'm not where I am now. And it's not unlikely to lose something like 50 to 100 pounds in a year, right? Now, I talk about in my transformation process how you can lose 50 pounds in 6 months without diets or any long, boring cardio sessions. Now, even if you don't lose 50 pounds in 6 months, you're going to have all the tools you need to continue losing weight, right? Like it just depends on the rate of process and the rate of what your metabolism does. You kind of have to just allow your body to do what it does, right? But you might lose like 30 pounds in 6 months, but then like, okay, I didn't lose 50 pounds in 6 months, but if I continue what I'm doing, I'm going to continue losing this weight. And once it like puts a smile on your face, like once it's like, oh, I'm no longer dieting, I'm not restricting myself, and I'm having fun, well, you're never going to lose. You can't, because you're no longer suffering. So guys, don't make the mistakes that I was making. Don't try these diets. Don't do, I was doing like P90X, like all the high intensity interval training. All it does is it just makes you tired and it beats you up. You got to learn some sort of strength training. You got to learn form. And we talk about that in the transformation process. So if you do want a copy of that, just comment down transform and I'll send that over to you. If you guys want any other recommendations as far as like what to do and like how to get your mindset in the right place, I think Transitions is an awesome place to start. So if you do want to get a hold of this, I am opening up the pre-order soon. So be on the lookout for that. And shoot me a message too about this design and what you guys think about this design, because I would love to hear your opinion. But anyway, guys, I think I'm going to pretty much wrap it up here. I'm going to finish up my coffee. I'm actually about to head to the park and get my workout in, And this is another, just like a little final note too. I work out when I don't want to. I eat healthy when I don't want to. And sometimes I'll skip out on the excess junk food, even though I really want it, right? Now you can have flexibility. You don't have to always, like if you feel really sore or tired, you don't have to work out all the time. Or you don't always have to just eat healthy food, right? But there's a sacrifice to make. There is no secret, right? There's no magic food. There's no supplement. There's no waist trainer, nothing. It takes changing your behavior over time and sometimes doing the things that you don't want to. And that's essentially it, guys. So it's super duper simple. If you guys want the training, I'll literally walk you through everything I did in detail and what my clients did as well. So just comment down transform and I'll send that over to you guys. But other than that, I'm about to go. So peace out.